everyone, my name is Stella Chuanka. It's a beautiful day here in Kampala. I hope you're doing just fine. As I stand here today, I'm very thankful to the Creator for keeping us alive and well through the whole year 2017. It's been a lovely year. It has had its beautiful moments, its sad moments, the bad moments, the good moments, but we are thankful to each and everything that has happened through this year. So yes, I have had a number of reasons to give up through 2017 because so much happened, so much transpired right from the beginning of the year. I lost a contract, halfway the contract, all because of finances and whatnot, all the different things that happened. And from there, my best friend actually got an operation. We didn't see this coming because it was a scary moment. We didn't think she would ever survive, but trust me, she did survive. And she's alive and well today. Isn't that something to be grateful for? And of course, those are not the only things that have transpired through the whole year. But I want to tell you something. I've had some very beautiful moments that I would love to share with you through 2017. It's not been easy, but it's been worth living. Every single day of it has been worth living. So yes, as the year began, I had this job. I got a very beautiful opportunity. And yes, it was very lovely at the start, but then I felt like I wasn't being involved enough. So I got another opportunity along the way, which also got terminated within time. But from that time on, I sat home for just like a week, and I gave myself time to rest. I gave myself time to worship. I gave myself time to seek God. And through that, I was able to get to learn more and more things about myself, to get to know more answers about the questions that I had all this time. And this gave me ample time to rest and also realize that life is not a race. You have to take off time sometimes and calm down and think through what the next step is and calculate your steps in order to be able to take the next big assignments. So the moment my contract was terminated, I figured, okay, what am I going to do with myself? How am I going to keep going, irrespective of what has just happened? That's when I started recording these videos that you see right here every day. That's when I started thinking of how to strategize to be able to bless someone else out there, irrespective of the fact that I was feeling down at that moment. I used that as my energy to be able to get up, rise, and be able to motivate someone out there. I must mention, at the very start of recording the videos, it was a very tricky part because I started from a pantry, a very small, tiny room, very, very small, that people used to use as a, I don't know, where they wash from their dishes and whatnot. If you look at my YouTube channel, you realize that I had a brown door behind for every video I recorded. From there, I went to a boardroom of a beautiful place called Hype Collab. From there, I started using outside spaces because I figured not all the time I would be able to access the boardroom, the quiet place that it was. So I had to become creative and be able to record these videos irrespective of where I was, what I was doing, and the situation. Halfway the time when I started recording my videos, I was robbed. Actually, it was a very bad situation because when I was robbed, my laptop, my phone, my money, everything, and I had bought a new suitcase and it was taken too. So I was back to square one. All these things that I looked at as assets were taken, but I never gave up because at that moment when I was robbed, I was actually worried, how am I going to do this, how am I going to do that, how am I going to sort all the debts that I have to cover? But the moment I got robbed, the next day, I felt like, okay, I'm at peace, I can start afresh. Yes, things have been taken. I know it's a very complicated situation. No one would ever understand why you would feel at peace after you've been robbed. But now for me, it's more like all the baggage was taken away and I started afresh. I got the opportunity to start afresh, think afresh, and work even harder to be able to acquire more than what I had lost. Yes, there was a consistency in troubles. You have to find a police letter to be able to do this and that. But goodness, I hadn't lost my national ID, thank God. But from that, I figured that now, okay, I have to be more careful. Even as I make life decisions, I don't have to make rash decisions because the way I ended up being robbed, it wasn't even my fault or anything, but now I had to be more careful with the people I interact with and how I did my things. So that was a lesson in itself, and from there I never went back behind. I got another phone and I continued recording my videos as every day, that no one even noticed that I was offline for some time. It wasn't even really long before God blessed me with someone who gave me a phone. So I really thank God because I went through that situation. It was hard, but I learned a thing or two and I kept growing. Yes, immediately after that, I kept recording the videos as I kept on looking for opportunities. I landed a job. I did my job for the 3 months contract it was given. And yes, I rested. Now, after the 3 months contract, it's very easy to panic and be like, okay, where am I going to earn from and stuff like that and whatnot. No, I just sat down, started thinking to myself, where are you going to go that you'll feel impacted, you'll feel motivated to start up something of your own? Because I've always wanted to start up a consultancy. If anything, Stash Consults is one of the first ideas that I had in mind. And from that, I started consulting different people at a place called the Innovation Village. From there, different people came feeding me with information. I kept on researching online. I kept on reading and studying. But meanwhile, all these past years I've been studying. So that's when my graduation came into place. I graduated, and actually before my graduation, I had always wanted to work with a company called Zimba Women. It's actually an organization dealing with women in business and technology. Guess what? One day I attended an event, I think that was like in June or July. I attended an event where they were hosting and stuff like that. So I took advantage of the fact that people in the crowd didn't have the chance to give their views and stuff. So I took advantage of the Q&A session and I gave my view. From there, they approached me, the whole team of Zimba Women approached me and asked me to be a moderator at their 2017 summit. After some time in November, when the summit was about to happen, they instead asked me to be one of the speakers at the Zimba summit. I was so humbled because it felt like talking to that boy that you've always wanted to talk to, and he actually approaches you first. It was so beautiful. I felt so blessed to see that these people saw something in me, and that's why they approached me. From the Zimba summit, I then graduated in school. Meanwhile, all this time, I started gymming because gym alone gave me a reason to stay woke. It gave me a reason to stay alert. It gave me a reason to keep pushing. Because I kept on telling myself, okay, you have to go to gym, you have to go and consult, you have to go and do this and that. But I was scared. I was like, okay, now, will I manage gym? Gym seems like a complicated thing. Sometimes it's very expensive, but I took the first step in August. And I started working out. Oh my God, it's been a very beautiful journey. For the people that follow me on social media, you've been able to witness. And I'm still doing it. I'm still loving it because I not only grow spiritually, but physically, emotionally, financially, because I'm able to use my mind for the greater good. I'm able to channel my anger or any feelings that I might have for a greater good, like working out. I sweat it out, I feel good, and I'm able to motivate other people. So from there, I had to take the first step. I had to invite myself to the high table. I had to stop just feeling sorry for myself and being like, oh, you know what, I lost my contract. How am I going to do this? Oh my God, I'm broke. How am I going to deal? There are days I walked to work actually. Not because of anything, but one, maybe transport was not there. Maybe I needed to also exercise. So I just used it as a very beautiful thing. I would plug in my earphones and reach work. Because we hadn't been paid for a long time. So I was not about to create excuses as to why I'm still sitting home and doing a lot of nothing. I decided that get up, you're not lame, you're not blind, and even the lame get up from their beds every day and go to do something. Why aren't you doing the same thing? So I had to speak to myself. I had to be hard on myself at some point to be able to become the person I'm yet to become. It's not been an easy journey. 2017 has been a beautiful year because there has been a lot of lessons for me to learn. Through the people that I used to hang out with. I used to have so many people I called friends. But this year has been a clear year for me because I've been able to deal with all the relationships that were toxic. I dealt with all that. And I was able to remain with the very few friends that I hold dear. We might not talk every day. We might not even check on each other every day, but we stay at each other's hearts all the time. My encouragement to each and every one of us. We have had a long and very beautiful year. We've had the opportunity to live 365 days a year. That's not something to take for granted. That's something to be grateful for. And that's a lesson you need for you to learn. Sit down. Yes, everyone is going to tell you set the New Year's resolutions and stuff like that. But if you have not had anything to learn from the past year, I don't know why you're looking forward to the next year. I want you to first sit down and figure out what lessons have you learned in the previous year. How are you going to do that to be able to learn something new each and every day? How are you going to become a better person and get ready for 2018? The only way that you're going to achieve this is to be able to sit down and evaluate, where have I gone wrong? Be honest with yourself. Where have I gone wrong? How can I do it better? What have I done right? How can I improve? Because every day you're given an opportunity to do something. I want you to learn to do it for the better of yourself and the people around you. Do it better than the day before. That way you'll be able to grow, whether it be a business, even if it's a tomato business. Sell to your customers better. Seek for customer feedback. Learn to listen. Learn to understand. And learn to grow above all. And I want to tell us that for every situation that you have been tasked with, for every troubles that you have faced, for every pain that you have gone through, I want to tell you that you're a winner, you're a hero, you're still standing because you're strong enough. Many people have committed suicide, many people have died, but you're still here and alive. That shows that God still has a plan for you. He has a plan for your life, irrespective of what you think you know, irrespective of what you think has failed, irrespective of what you think you haven't done. You still have the chance and the opportunity to become a better person. So as we go into the new year, may the Lord bless you and take care of you. May He be kind and gracious to you. May the Lord look on you with favor and give you peace. Amen. Have a beautiful year, 2018. I love you.